As growing season progresses, disease prevention is top of mind for farmers. So we now want to take a look at the best practices for foliar fungicide applications. Fred Nichols with Huma joins us now with some guidance. So happy to see you again this morning. Fred, thank you for joining us. And you know, when it comes to management strategies, it may change from farm to farm and be different from year to year, but how popular would you say it is to apply fungicides?
Yeah, so Farmers Business Network just came out with a poll of their customers, and 62% are actually strongly considering the practice, and then 50% in the three I states and eastern Nebraska actually are planning on making these applications. We've seen the popularity in this rise a lot the last 20, 25 years or so, where people just routinely plan on doing this. However, the pendulum's swinging a little bit. You know, when you take a look at the economic dynamics, I think people are scrutinizing this perhaps a little bit more than they had in the past.
And of course, we're also seeing some warm, wet, and humid conditions in some parts of the country, which could kind of bring on that disease pressure there. So what would you say is the best time to apply fungicides?
Yeah, that's a great point. Timing is really the key in about everything that we do, right? But last year I was in Illinois and I walked several fields later in the season, saw a lot of southern rust, of course, and my farmers I'd be with would say, "Well, hey, I sprayed. How did this happen?" I said, "Well, when did you spray? When you started seeing tassels?" "Well, yeah." "Well, I mean, was that the best time?" Clearly you want to scout and you want to prepare, but that might not be the best time. I think, usually when you start seeing the silks brown, about that R2, because keep in mind, a lot of these fungicides are only active for maybe up to 3 weeks. So they could run out of juice before, the bad stuff happens.
And before we wrap up, I'm kind of curious how your company is gearing up. Any tips for farmers out there looking to get out in the field to spray those fungicides?
Yeah, so we've actually got a new product, Proud 4 is what we call it, and it does an excellent job. It's a next generation, it's a thyme oil based product. It's actually an OMRI listed product, but a lot of conventional farmers have used its predecessor very well. Excellent results in central Illinois. But then, we also feel that the best defense is really through crop nutrition and, helping that plant activate its own defenses. And we've got some products clearly that do that as well, that give a nutritional boost as well. And all of these are at pretty favorable price points. So, yeah, happy to talk to anybody about those.
I love it. And yeah, new products to help fight diseases or help with nutrition there, I think is good news to our farmers. So great stuff as always, Fred. Thank you for joining us. Huma Chief Sales and Marketing Officer Fred Nichols.